Boom. Yes, it is. It's Tigs Tonight. And all right, gang, I already can't talk. We're live for a special Tuesday night of Tigs Tonight. Special episode of Tigs Bits here tonight. I've got somebody joining me who's been everywhere lately. I first met Terin Gary back in January at Gabby's Shop Local event. And since then, she has been on a tear. Food spots, festivals, shark tooth hunts, and a video that went so viral, even Randy Travis has dropped a comment on it. She's built her brand from the ground up, just picked up a little new job title, and she's out here showing love to all of the local businesses, the Louisiana culture, and everything in between. We're talking travel, content, food, and that mindset that just keeps things building. So look, I see y'all are in the chat. We got some regulars in here tonight, a lot of new faces too. Welcome. Let's keep this thing rolling. I'm going to be watching. I'm going to be throwing some of your questions at Terin as we go. But without any further ado, let's bring Miss Terin Gary to the stage. What's up, Terin? What's going on, girl? What is happening?
I'm just drinking from my little new Tig Bits mug.
Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's awesome. That is awesome. Yes, I'm so honored that you would have such a good coffee mug.
I know. And it's not coffee in there, I'll tell you that much.
Oh, okay, good. Because it's like, this ain't a coffee show, Terin. This ain't no coffee show. I love it. I love it. Okay, yeah, I see the folks in the chat. What's up?
Adam,
let's give them a little shout out. No, it ain't coffee. It shouldn't be. We're going to get into some stuff tonight, and it's going to be fun. This is laid back as it gets. Ask a bunch of questions, hear from you, and if anybody if you don't know her yet, you're going to by the end of this, and she's
maybe a little
awesome.
too well.
Yeah, maybe more than you want. We'll see what happens. We'll see how much you've had of that cup. That's what matters. Big E is in the house. What is happening? Brother Paul. Yes, sir.
Hi,
yes,
Paul.
Sir. What's going on? Nick the Gun Guy. Love it. Oh, we got Bob Cook. Mr. Bob Cook. Terry
Gabby.
Wayne Foster. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Jason Hilton. What is up, Jason? I got a question later on in this show from Jason for you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. I love it. All right, everybody. Y'all just keep it going. Oh, look, we got Gabby is in the house. What's up, Miss Gabby? Adam, what's up, Adam? Good to see you. No, you can't miss this
here,
episode.
my new boss.
There you go. There you go. What's up, Kelby?
Yeah.
There you go. What's up, man? Welcome to Tigs Bits. Brandon, what's going on? Barbecue Brand. Hopefully, we're hoping to have you guys on next week. So that would be awesome. Hopefully it'll all work out. Y'all let me know. Jed, what's up? Yo, 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 yo.
That's my high school peeps.
I love it. I love it. What's up, Crystal?
Hey.
Yes. Terren's just bringing in the people. I love it. I love it. Well, appreciate all of y'all. Y'all keep interacting with us as we go, and as we're asking questions, I'm asking questions. Y'all may have questions as well. Y'all hit them up in the chat, and we'll go. I'm terrible at keeping up with it once it starts rolling. Sometimes it just rolls, so whatever. We'll see how good I can do tonight. But look, I just kind of want to start with what is happening recent before we rewind and dive into everything. Because
Okay.
I mean, why not? You got a video going viral right now with some major stuff with Mike Broussard and Randy Travis jumping in and all that. How'd that all happen? Let's just start there.
It was crazy. So I'm at Buck and Johnny's for my friend Crystal's bachelorette party. Crystal, hi. She's getting married on July 1st. She's in here.
Is she Crystal Gale?
Crystal Meliswan.
Okay, okay, that Crystal, gotcha. Okay, what's
Yeah.
up, Crystal? I saw someone comment, and her name was Crystal Gale on that video. I don't remember where it was at, and I was like, "Wait, is that the Gale? No way!" But I don't think it was. So anyhow, sorry,
So,
ADHD.
I have it too, so we're gonna be in trouble.
We'll be fine.
So we're at Buck and Johnny's for her bachelorette party, and they have singers on Fridays. So Mike gets up there, and I mean, he has his little hat on, and I don't know, it just I wasn't expecting that to come out of his mouth.
No, nor was
No,
I. When that was the perfect hook too for a video. The way that you said that made me click on it. I was going to anyhow, but it made me like, like what is she talking about? And then I was not expecting that either
no.
at
I got
all.
up out my seat, moved all the way to the front of the table, and was just like entranced. I could not believe. I thought somebody had turned the radio on, or Randy Travis walked into the room.
Right?
Like I
It's
was in shock.
unbelievable. Yes. It was
I
so
couldn't
good. So
believe it.
so just randomly, just one of those things, you just right place at the right time.
Yes, and I told him, I called him over and I said, dude, like you have the best voice that I've heard in a long time. Like this is amazing. And he was like, oh no, no. And I'm no, I am telling you, like people need to hear this because they will lose their minds. He didn't
Yes.
believe me. I was like,
I mean,
I'm gonna interview you. And he said, oh, you're gonna be my first interview. And I said, I'm telling you, I'm gonna see you on the red carpet one day. And he's like, well,
yeah.
you're going to be there with me and you're going to be interviewing me on the red carpet. I was like, I'm holding you to that.
Hell yeah, you are. And look,
Yes.
it's when things happen like that. I don't think people forget that. I mean, look at Zach Top. And that's kind of what this reminds me of. It's like a Zach Top kind of moment because he has that throwback '90s voice. He's got that Randy Travis voice. That's hot right now. That's going to work. There is
Yes.
no doubt whatsoever that is going to resonate with people. It's gonna he's gonna blow up. There's just
That
zero doubt
old
in my
soul
mind.
country is coming back.
Yes.
I'm so
Yes.
happy. Chris
Me
Stapleton,
too.
Zach Bryan,
Yeah.
all of this is coming back. So, I
I
mean, right
love
now
it.
is the perfect time for him to be out there. And I
It
woke
is.
up, I don't know about you, but a lot of content creators are like me. Like you wake up in the middle of the night, sometimes you have dreams because your mind never turns off. And
Correct.
I
Yeah, I
woke
get
up
that.
and I just had dreamed about like TikTok. And I open it and there's Randy Travis's comment.
That's
I'm like,
crazy.
yes, I messaged Mike at 4 a.m. in the morning. I'm like, oh my God, have you seen this?
Had he seen it yet?
No. And he messaged me the next morning. He's like, my heart literally stopped. He said, I could not
Oh, I
believe
guess.
this.
Oh, I wouldn't be able
Yes.
to either. I mean, it's like getting praise from the man himself,
Yes.
and there's no telling where this goes or what.
No. And if you read the comment, he says, I look forward to meeting you. I
That's exactly
mean,
what he says, and I
yes.
I think he seems to be the kind of dude who he doesn't just throw that out there. Like he's
No.
that's going to happen one way or the other. That's going to it needs to happen. Well, tell us a little bit more about Mike, as I don't obviously don't know a whole ton about him, but where can folks maybe see him
Well, he
around
sings
here
it.
locally before he blows
Yes.
up? Because he's
He
gonna
sings
blow
at a
up.
lot of local places. He'll sing at Buck and Johnny's. I think he put a little video on a boat that he's performing. I think it's like July 3rd, maybe. But he's supposed to come in soon. And because he said he was free tonight. And he wanted to kind of talk about some of this stuff too, because he's in shock. I mean, I know he played at Crawfish Town, maybe Cafe Sydney May, a few times, a few places around town.
Yeah,
But I mean, you will stop whatever you're doing
you
when you hear
will.
it.
It's one of those voices that as soon as he plays, y'all go check her page out right now. We need to plug it right off the bat. Traveling with Terin. Look it up on Facebook, on Instagram, on TikTok, and you're going to see this video that we're talking about. We don't
Oh, look,
even mind if you
Mike is
leave.
here.
There we go. Look, here he is. Here he is. He's been here the whole time. Sorry that we're talking about you so good. I know you're probably blushing, but dude, you got it going on, brother. I've got to hear more than what I've just heard on TikTok. I got to hear you live. I've got to see this guy. It's
Yes, I mean,
unbelievable.
it's crazy, and I'm interviewing him July 1st because I
Okay,
told him
good,
I'm
good.
still your first interview, no matter what.
Yes.
If Randy Travis comes calling, I'm still the first one.
Exactly. That's
We
exactly
want to
right.
talk about that and just what he wants to do, where he's going from here. He's
Yes.
amazing.
He is very amazing, very amazing. Welcome, Mike. Very honored that you would be a part of the show tonight with Tigs Bits. Can't wait to meet you because I plan on meeting you too at some point. I'm coming to see you play, brother. That is a fact. That is a fact. Terry says that. Do you live in Bro Bridge, Terry?
Me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't. I couldn't remember where. I couldn't remember where you lived. If it was in New Iberia, I just couldn't. You've told me this, but I forget.
Crawfish capital of the world.
That's exactly right. And you're not too far from me, so we need to collab on something soon. We just haven't I haven't had time to get out beyond what I've been doing, but maybe that's changing a little bit this summer. I love it. I love it. Awesome. Jeffrey Jones gets to catch a show. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, cuz. I love it. I love it. Yes, sir. I'm going to be there. I will be there. Oh, we even got Rachel in here tonight.
Hey,
Yes.
Rach.
Everybody. Taryn brings the noise. I love it. She brings the crowd.
Where's Amanda? I don't hear her making noise in my comment section.
She'll be here. There's no doubt. She will show up. She will show up and she will show out as she always does.
And
I
that's
love it.
something else too. Me, her, Rachel, and Casey from Stirring the Pot have something in the works right now.
Yes. Oh, wow. And I
Yeah.
see Casey is in the house with us too.
Yes.
Everybody loves us some Taryn. How can you not? How can you not love Taryn? Well, that's a good segue though, Taryn. Let's rewind it back to how did this all started? I know that I've read and you've said and I've heard you also say that you say if you wait timing, you're never going to start.
No.
Where'd that mindset come from?
Just because I've done it, I realize with entrepreneurs, a lot of people that we hang around with, it's people that just kind of jump at things. They don't really sit there and plan things out and think too much about stuff. Because
Right.
if you do, then you think of everything that can go wrong, and then you think about people judging you or, just watching you, and you just got to get away from that, and you just got to do what you want to do. Start
Yeah.
doing you. And things start happening, you just got to put yourself out there. I mean, I never thought I would be doing this. You'd asked me like a year ago if I'd be this. No way. I'd have laughed at you.
Well, what made you hit the go button? What made you say, "All right"? What pushed you over the edge and say, "I'm doing this"?
I guess I was just tired of working like a regular job. Working for somebody else. I wanted to work for myself, and I knew I was good at what I could do. I had made my daughter went viral.
Okay.
And she was just too nervous to kind of jump on that train. She didn't want people to talk about her, and I just don't care anymore. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to do it.
It kind of comes that kind of comes with age a little bit, I think, because
Yes.
I'm the same way where I don't think that I would have done this 10 years ago, even though I did radio and stuff like that, but not video. To put myself out there with video and take the criticism. And the criticism is minuscule and just people being petty, really more of a reflection of themselves or projection of themselves. That's kind of what I've noticed. But yeah, it takes a damn leap of faith to
Yeah.
jump in and to quote unquote have balls to put yourself out
Yeah.
there. You know what I
It's
mean?
true. I mean, and when I started getting noticed and started getting deals, restaurants would reach out to me. I mean, at first it was shocking. Like I didn't think that it would go that far. And then, yeah, now I get different restaurants asking me to go. I've gotten some in Dallas, Texas, asking me to go
Wow.
visit their restaurants.
Yeah. See, that's awesome. That's awesome. I've got so many dang mosquitoes, Louisiana. I've got this under control thanks to TikTok and some little thing that's coming in is going to save this studio gnat infestation that is going on. That's irrelevant to this show, but anyhow, they keep getting in my line of sight. It's driving me crazy. It's happened. This happens every year in June too, by the way, and then in a month it'll go away. So it's whatever. All right. ADHD. How do you push past that fear though of initially doing it? Like What was that first video or that first blog or vlog or whatever that you posted that just said, I'm going to put this out there? I'm going to put this out there.
It was, I mean, so I have been traveling and I do like little blog posts, just pictures and stuff. But the video, I think my first one was at Park de Oaks with
Okay.
Nina Creole, Nina Charles, her Bayou Bow. There was a few of them there. And I told my husband, I was just like, video it and we'll see how it goes, And
Yeah.
yeah, it did good.
There you go. It seems to be folks just like authenticity, and we're going to dive into more of this later, but they like that. You definitely bring that to the table, zero doubt. There's Amanda. We got
Yes,
her.
late
She's
as
here.
usual. Sarah's there. Hey, Sarah.
I love it. What's up, Sarah? What's up? I love it. Here we go. I mean, Andre has a good question. What
All
are some of
right,
the new?
Andre.
Yeah. What are some of the new things you have coming that you're excited about? Keep that in mind. We'll come back to that later on because I had that same question. That's a good question, Andre.
And my
Good
mom's
job.
watching too, so
Oh boy.
I
Well, we'll
gotta watch what I
behave.
say.
We better behave. Hey,
Yeah.
hey, mom. We're gonna be good tonight. I promise. I promise. Um, Well, let's kind of move forward a little bit. That answers that. I mean, beyond what what's something that you learned from those risks, like initially, what's just something that you could take away from taking that chance right off the bat? You knew that you could continue to do this. What did you learn that
Just
said
really,
keep going?
it was really like confidence. It's just being yourself and just having confidence in what you're doing and being
Yeah.
okay with putting yourself out there. And you have to be okay with having some criticism. I've realized that when you get to like about 20,000 views on stuff, that people start to you get the person that's going to say, oh, her shirt doesn't match, or oh, look her hair, look her roots.
Yeah.
They're just going to find something, and you just have to be okay with that and just
Yeah.
realize that person's jealous. It's not any reflection on you. And just with that one negative comment, there's 1,000 good ones. Just,
That's exactly
it is
right.
what it is.
That is exactly right. And I think you're right on that number too. It seems to be once the algorithm gets you to 20,000 people and then it starts to move forward, you just get some insane comments in there of
Yes.
people like it's like, okay, the algos found the weirdos now. Here they come. But it's still mainly always positive. It's just you get those I find it hilarious. I
Me
love
too.
it. I mean, I really and
Yes.
truly do. If something starts popping and I start getting these comments, it doesn't bother me a lick. I'm just happy for the attention. Let's be honest. I like it. That's why I'm posting the shit. I'm an attention whore. There, I said it. I said it out loud, everybody. On a live, I'll edit that one out. But there, it's the facts. It's
Well, I
just the
mean,
truth.
anybody in our field has to like attention, or you wouldn't really be,
Oh, we wouldn't be doing
you wouldn't be
this.
doing it. Yeah, you have
That's
to
a
be okay
fact.
with that.
That's right. That's right. Um, let's talk about this content though that we make that connects the stuff that actually lands because as we know a lot of it does not most
Yeah.
I'd say most of it doesn't it really but you start to figure out what does what's been the most surprising or meaningful feedback that you've gotten from your followers.
Um, I mean, one of the most surprising things was when I went to Allons Manger in Crowley, and I did a video there. And that one, so I needed like a little clip to share before the actual video. Just kind of, like a teaser. I was trying because you have to be consistent with your posting, and that was a long video. So I put like a little clip out, and it was of the alligator sink that they have there.
Oh yeah, I remember
And
seeing that. Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
went viral. And that was so surprising to me because that was just something I had just kind of put, last minute, kind of here you go. And I didn't expect that.
Right.
Um, that's probably the most surprising. Did you mean like meaningful comment or?
Yeah, I mean, if anything that pops out that you can recall, it's just like you're like, damn, I can't believe they said that's so nice, or
Oh,
like
I get.
that was inspiring, or something. Like if anything that just takes you to one, like this is why I'm doing this.
Oh, yeah, I've gotten plenty of that, like from restaurants, especially. I got a email from a restaurant, and they were shocked that I even was answering their email back. They said that I do such a
Really?
good job. Yes, they said I do such a good job that their restaurant's in trouble and that they really need help. And they felt like this was a shot in the dark, that they didn't think that I would
Wow.
even reply to them. And I was like, yeah, definitely, I'll be there, and help you.
Yeah.
And they said they haven't recovered since COVID, and it's been a hard time for them. And like that's when I realized what I'm doing is makes that much of an impact. That somebody would
Right.
actually like turn to me in time when they're scared. So that one was like
That
that really hit me.
Yeah, that would hit. I mean, I think that would hit anybody. It just shows that you're not just turning on a camera and you're having good food and loving this or talking about it. Like you're actually, it actually impacts people, and it's kind of
Yeah.
hard to believe, isn't it? Like it's
Yes, I
weird
was
a little
shocked.
bit. It's
Yeah.
nice, but it's kind of like, well, I'm just making videos. I'm hoping to get some followers, and I'm putting out stuff I like, and I think that's good, And then people start actually telling you it is, and it's a
Yes.
little bit weird. It's flattering, and
Yeah. And when you
I,
start getting, people see you play when they see you places and they're like, oh, that's Traveling with Taryn, or they want you to come to their food truck and help. That's been weird, and I'm so happy that that's happening. I love to help everybody.
yeah, for sure. Rachel says she hopes I ask some of the same questions if I'm ever on on the podcast. You're more than welcome to come on
They're her
anytime,
comments.
darling. I'm already intrigued. That's a yes.
Oh, don't
We're
worry,
gonna do
Rachel.
it.
I got some stories when we get to the stories.
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. We gotta lay the story out first before we totally dive in. But that's great, though. I mean, I, I know just from watching online and from seeing all the things that I see that you post every day and all of that. Number one, I'll let you answer this before I ask the follow up. But how do you stay consistent even when the whole algorithm isn't promoting you or pushing it, or you're not getting a lot of views on something? What's your drive to keep staying consistent?
Well, it's crazy because when I start feeling that way and I feel like, like maybe I made the wrong decision, things haven't been going that great, something happens every single time to make me change my mind. Somebody
Right.
like a restaurant will contact me or a brand will contact me, something happens. And I tell my husband that all the time, like, okay, because I'm questioning it. And then two or three people will contact me or get a nice comment, something that says that I'm going about this the right way. And me and Amanda talk about this constantly.
Yeah. As she says, support system.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people in this room that are all of our support systems. We all support each other. I love it, man. It's just amazing that all of this happens. And I mean, I met you in January. I feel like I'm a part of this little network or whatever the heck you want to call it, group of amazing, amazing people. It's an honor to be a part of it. And it's just, yeah,
That's what I
I
say
think,
every day.
yeah,
It's like a community, a family, and we're
yeah,
all there for each other. And if I do a post that doesn't do that well, there's Travel the Boot right on it and posting on it, or there's
yes,
Rachel or, Casey, somebody,
yes.
Rusty. I mean,
All
Adam,
of
there's so many
thank
supporters.
all. If I've never thanked any of y'all, I try. Thank you all so much for promoting my stuff, for promoting
Yes.
her stuff. I try to do it back. I miss times and all that, but I'll get better and better at this too. I'm learning. I'm still learning too. It's just wild to start to get that kind of interaction on things. And then if you have a video blow up, as you know, you don't, the notifications are nuts. Like
Nuts.
I
Yes.
can't keep up. It's probably going to be a week because I've had so many over this last few days from a video that I had to blow up that it's going to have to calm back down, and then I'll be able to go back through and see all the stuff that I've missed. But that's a good problem to have. I'm
Yes,
not upset
exactly.
about it. It's fun.
I can't even read everything on my TikTok right now because it's crazy.
Isn't it? It's nuts. I
Yes.
love it. The Average Dad Cooking Channel. I love
I
watching
love
his
his
stuff too.
thing.
Yes, I
Yes.
do too. I do too. Love it, dude. I love it. All right, so what that kind of led me into, that was phase one of the question. Phase two is you've become the daily pep talk for a lot of folks, right? I mean, you have.
Yeah, I guess.
Who's your pep talk? Who
Um,
gives you that pep talk?
Amanda.
That's what I
Yeah,
figured you would say.
Amanda's my person for Travel to Boot. I have my group of I call them Golden Girls. They're my people from high school, and a lot of them are on this thing right now. And we've been together. We've been friends since we were like 8 years old,
Oh
and
wow.
we're still all friends. And we call ourselves the Golden Girls because we're going to grow old together.
Yeah.
And every day they get me through everything. And then I've met new people that I have too, and that's going to be Amanda and Nathan's my little brother, of course.
Of
And,
course. Yeah.
I have them and Rachel and Casey. We have a group, and then of course my family. So I
Yeah.
have a lot of people just in my corner, every day. We have group chats every single day.
I love
It's
I
true.
love a good old group chat.
Yes,
There's
they all
nothing
go
nothing
off at
better.
the same time too.
Yes, perfect. Does everybody have an iPhone, or is it a green text with? Oh, wait, you're
No,
the no. I
I
text
am.
you. You're the
I
one. You're
am.
the problem.
I am the problem. I'm the problem. It's me. I
It's
am.
okay. It's okay.
I'm sorry. I could never do the iPhone. I can't.
It's all right. Look, I get it. I get it. I can do either one. I'm just locked into the iPhone. Locked into the cloud at this point, so I'm kind of stuck with it. But the same reason that you would never move to an Apple, most likely that would be the biggest one is whole new. I got to move all my stuff. They don't talk to each other. I don't care what they say. Talk to each other that well. They don't. I work on a PC. I work on an iPhone, and PC and Android's great. It would probably make a lot more sense for me to have the Android than to deal with the iPhone, but
I
whatever.
prefer it, and I'll just never be an iPhone person. I'm sorry. I'm the green. It's me. I am.
You're just the green bubble
Yes, I
over it.
am.
Everybody, all y'all get over it. It sounds like they have anyhow. So,
I love looking at the comment section. There's my brother's in there too. Hi, Shane.
what's up, Shane? I love it. I love it. Well, let's before we really start to dive into all of the fun, let's talk a little bit about the culture and community and your pride and all that stuff that you have. I know that you've said that the more that you travel, the more that you love home.
Yeah.
So how has traveling made you appreciate Louisiana even more?
I can answer this easily. So I love mountains, the beaches. I mean, sometimes, because we'll go on vacation and it's like, man, why am I not here with the mountains? I love hiking. I love, the beautiful beaches and all these things. But I'll give you an example. I was in Wyoming and we were having a great time there. It was the summer, beautiful weather. I'm in line at Walmart. And if you know me, I talk to everybody. It's just who I am. And
I get it.
the man behind me was just standing there, and I turn around. Of course, I'm going to talk to you, and I'm like, "Hey, and man, we're on vacation, and I'm just kind of talking." He looks at me like, "How dare you talk to me? Like I'm
Damn.
crazy?" And I'm like, "Would you like to cut in front of me? I only have two things, and you can go, yeah." And he's just, looked at me like I was insane. So there's that. And then I was in Houston one time and I was at the park. I talked to a lady and she looked at me like I was crazy too. Like, why are you even talking to me? And it's just over here, that's what you do. You talk to everybody. Everybody's like friends and family, you just can't get this anywhere else. You'll never get this
No,
vibe.
I mean, we say it a lot. I say it a lot on here. I know that that the fans of the show probably are like, dude, he's just so Louisiana, and I am. I mean, I am. It is the coolest state of all 50. It's not even close. I mean, it's not even close. But it's
No.
not just that. It's the people. It's the community. Y'all see what's happening in the chat as you that are watching this
Yeah.
live that are going on. I mean, that's this state. It's just everybody supports everybody. It goes
Everybody
back to that.
turns into your family.
Yeah. And everybody's kind of basically nice. I mean, I think that represents the whole South pretty
Well,
much,
I thought that would be like Texas and stuff, and yeah, they weren't that friendly to me.
Hot take.
Yeah,
Texas
and I'm
ain't in
gonna
the
say,
South. Hot
no, and I'm
take.
gonna say something that might be controversial, but like, I mean, our food is just better. I'm sorry, I said it. There it is.
It's no doubt. It's just, look, most of the country already agrees with this. We're just affirming it, but there's nowhere else on earth that I would rather eat food than from South Louisiana. I'm going to be specific, and I'm a 318 guy. I'm a North Louisiana guy. Well, the accent gives that away, Terin.
I
But
guess, I
I
guess.
mean, I'm not a three. I am a 318 guy. I'm from there. I love this whole state, but no, there's no doubt that South Louisiana just is on a whole other level of food. Now, there's some good stuff though in North Louisiana, more traditional stuff like I put on with the creamed potatoes and buttermilk cornbread and
Yeah,
field
yeah.
peas that aren't spiced up like we do it down here, but it has its place. But that's pretty much, it's like North Louisiana is like the rest of the South. It goes on into Mississippi and Georgia and Alabama, and it's kind of that kind of food. Once you get south of, I would say Bunkie, maybe some would say Alexandria, then things start.
Mhm.
You get to Ville Platte, and then you keep on going south, and it just keeps on getting better, you know?
Oh yeah, and I've been. I'm gonna tell you, I've been in Alexandria. I've eaten at restaurants, and there it's just a difference. It really is. I mean,
Yeah. It's
and
kind
I
of, it's it's the border. It's where it goes from country to Cajun, I guess
and
you could say.
like Andre just said in the comments, he said talk about the Brits, and that was. I mean, you saw their experience in Shreveport and stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
it's it's just different here.
Yeah, they did not have a good experience in Shreveport whatsoever. They went to the worst place they could go to, but
Yeah.
so you got to meet those guys. You brought them up. What was that like talking about culture? I mean, nothing's more cultural than some Brits at the freaking frog festival. I mean, that's as
I had been trying to chase them down the whole week. People had been tagging me in all the posts, and I kept commenting. And something I had said had got like 600 likes, and I was like, "Oh, they're probably going to see this." And they went to some of the places I had said, but they would always post after they left. And I was
yeah.
already going to the frog festival. So my daughter her stomach had started hurting, and she's like, I want to go. I want to leave the festival. And I said, well, I'm going to bring you home and I'm coming back. When I left, my phone started going off. I'm like, what is going on? And she looks, and people are tagging me. They had just taken a picture of the rain sign that I had just taken a picture at. And I was like, okay, I have to go back.
Yes.
So I turned around and went back. And I don't know if you know with Uncle Jay,
Yeah,
John.
yeah. I follow him on TikTok. Yeah.
So me and him were there together. We had him and his wife were helping out his mom in a booth. So we had when I got there, I told him, I was like, they're here. Jason, Josh are here. And he's like, no, they're not. I have not seen them. I would have seen them. I'm like, oh no, I know they're there. So we walked around. I was like, this is my mission. I'm going to find them. So we walked around, and I saw one of the little queens that was in a picture with them. And I went and asked her, and she was like, it's a secret. Don't tell anybody. And I'm like, I won't tell a soul. And she said, they're hiding right now. They're going to come back out because they got kind of mobbed when they first got there. So they, it was just like, I think it was Josh that said he had an anxiety attack because it was so much, just too much all at once.
It's a lot of people and everybody.
Yeah.
Look, they're very well loved, but talk about a good problem. Just imagine being embraced in a whole, not just in a state, a whole other country. Like, these people love us. This is crazy. You ain't getting that in Georgia. No offense to anybody watching in Georgia. You're not getting that in Tennessee. You're not getting that in Pennsylvania. You ain't getting it in Nevada. That isn't happening. You come here. You're going to get just rampaged at a frog festival.
Yes.
I mean, I love this state just for
I
that
am.
alone. You've got to. I mean,
Oh
wow.
yeah.
What they seem like really cool dudes. I want to get them
They were.
to
They I was kind of like fangirling, I guess you could say. I was
for
kind of
sure.
starstruck, so I didn't get to talk to them about like what I wanted to because I was just kind of yeah. But the frog leg eating contest was so funny. Josh, I mean, he just couldn't take it. And I had tried frog legs for the first time, so I couldn't laugh at him because I mean, I'm the same way. And I held a
What'd you
frog for the first time.
what'd you think? Did you like it?
It was light chicken, but not really. It was just kind of swampy. Like or
Swampy
maybe it's just in my
swampy chicken.
mind. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't had frog legs a ton, but I've had them enough. The times I've had them though, they were money. I enjoyed it. It's kind of like squirrel, like I probably wouldn't eat squirrel every single day,
Mm-mm.
but some squirrel with some gravy and some biscuits, okay, I'm in on that, you know.
Yeah, I have to be like kind of tricked into. Oh, and now that I'm doing restaurant reviews, I'll eat whatever they kind of want me to feature. So I've tried a lot
Sure.
of new foods that way.
I had I made a little video today. I went to a place, spoiler alert, went to Hannah Q Barbecue today. I haven't been there. They're here in Baton Rouge, and I've heard that they're pretty good. I'm very heavy, even though I don't consider Texas in the South. I do consider Texas to have the best barbecue in the world, even more so than
They
Louisiana
they do
for
have really good
sure. Like
barbecue. I have
I
to give it.
like, yeah, I'll give that to them all day, and I love their style of brisket, barbecue, all that stuff. Very impressed. I'll just say that. Very impressed with Hannah Q Barbecue. Had a great meal there today. I don't know. It's just you mentioned going to restaurants and stuff and just
Hmm.
doing that. I had no agenda. I just went there to eat. But then I'm
Yeah,
like, well,
sometimes that happens for me too. You're just there, and
yeah. Why wouldn't I just make a little video of this? This is free, easy content. I'm already paying for it. Might as
exactly.
well.
Well, it's
Yeah,
hard to turn that part of your brain off
it
because I
is.
try to I try to just go like even on vacation, but then I'm like this place deserves like recognition, and I end up doing something.
Exactly. Exactly. Well, speaking of some of these places that you've gone, I know recently I've seen you go to a place. I think it was called Noodles and
Oh
Dumplings,
gosh, yes.
and they they had a feast for you. Let's
Oh
talk
my God, they had
about
to
that.
they had to pull two tables together to put all the food. We had 7 to-go boxes when we left that place.
Oh, well, you had dinner for like dinner, lunch, breakfast for like
Yes,
3 days. Basically, it was a feast. Y'all go check that out on our
it was
page.
amazing. Oh my gosh.
So cool. I watched those videos, of course, and so cool that how hard they work to make that stuff. And I mean, that's a labor of love that they put in, and it's like when they're done for the day, guess what? Resets. It's like you know the whole thing starts over again the next day, and they start all over again. But
Oh, and I just saw Mike Miller in the comments, and I don't know if you've been seeing some of those videos that I do with him. He's
oh
kind of,
yes,
yeah, he's teaching me kind of how to,
make
so
sausage.
yeah, we'll
Is
do
he's
things
a
that I've
sausage guy,
never,
right?
yeah, some stuff that I've never done. Like he's gonna take me frogging. He's gonna take me. We're gonna go live on we're gonna stay on a houseboat for a few days, and I can only eat what we catch and cook ourselves.
Nice. So that's gonna be
Yeah.
a fun. That's gonna be a fun little video. Hell
Yes.
yeah, I
He's
love
gonna
that.
teach me how to hunt and like live off the land and just stuff I've never done.
I'm gonna be honest, Mike. If you're still in here, I totally want to try some of your sausage because I watch those videos. I like to make sausage too, but he's got all the right equipment to make it the right way in the smokehouse, all that stuff. Like I
Like
want some of this
how do you
dude.
make
So.
just make a smokehouse in your backyard like that,
you, you just do.
What?
You just yes. I want one so bad because I love to smoke sausage and I just don't have the little smokehouse
No,
thing. Now,
like spending time with
unbelievable.
him, I realized like if there's like some kind of big disaster, I'm gonna die because I don't know how to do all these things. Like, I need to learn how to like hunt and cook these things, and or yeah, I'm just gonna be one of
Exactly.
those people that can't do nothing.
Exactly. No doubt. No doubt. You've been traveling a whole lot, of course, too, not just in our great state of Louisiana, but I know that recently you went to Savannah and Hilton Head. What's
Hmm.
your pick? Which one? Which city? Which one you going with?
Hilton Head. I
Nice.
loved Hilton Head.
I've never been, but I've
It's
heard nothing but good
really
things.
nice. It's like it's just clean, if that makes sense. And
Yeah.
it's like family oriented. You're not gonna have drunk people. It's not like Bourbon or Bourbon Street.
Right.
It's not.
Right.
It's not party central. It's not spring break, but it's like family oriented and it's just really clean. And we got to go shark tooth hunting. I mean, I had never done that before. It was super
Yeah.
cool.
So how does that how does shark tooth hunting work? I know I've seen the pictures. How's that work?
So we got a guide. His name is Corey, and he just took us out to some of the beaches, and he explained what to look for. You have to look for like it kind of shines differently. The shark tooth itself will shine
Okay.
differently than a plain like rock or seashell. And once he shows you, then when you look
You could
around, you can
see
see
it.
him so much easier. Yeah. And I
Huh.
know my daughter found a huge tiger shark tooth. And that was cool too, because you got to go home and kind of look up each shark tooth and where it came from.
Yeah,
That
that's
was
neat.
really interesting.
Yeah, I love doing stuff like that. Just going down rabbit holes of information.
Yeah, I look for things that are different. I don't want to do what everybody else does when I go somewhere.
Yeah.
You know, I had before I go somewhere, I look in their the group. They have the group pages for every place now. And I'll kind of ask where do locals eat? What should I do there? And I don't want your fancy restaurants that everybody goes to, all the tourist traps or anything like. I want the good mom and pop places.
For
That's what I
sure.
do before I go. I kind of research places.
Totally makes sense. I remember the first time that I met you, we were talking the day that I met you. You told me about because I was going to Tampa, going to shout out Bubba Army. I was going to the Bart party in Tampa, and Lord, that's a whole story in and of itself. But this was beforehand. You told me about a place in Florida where I should go. There were some hot springs, I think, and
Yes,
I'll tell us a little
Wakula.
bit. That's it, Wakula. I didn't get to
Yes.
go because of we got delayed, but it was going to happen. It was going to
Well,
happen. Tell a little bit about that.
it's awesome because everybody, when you think of Florida, you just think of the beaches. Everybody goes to Destin, everybody goes to, but we want to do something different. So we looked up different things to do, and Wakula Springs came up. And they're actually their big hotel, the bed and breakfast is like part of the state. It's like right off the state park area. And everything there is like legit from what year was it? I mean, when the Kobe's right here. When like what the creature, the Black Lagoon,
Yeah, Tarzan.
and
Like
Tarzan, those
1930s.
1930s, like that was
Oh yeah,
filmed
yeah, yeah,
there.
yeah, yeah.
And they have like black and white pictures on the wall, like a legit elevator from back in the day where you have to like pull this big thing open and
Oh yeah,
keys, like actual keys to the doors. And in
like
the
the big
lobby,
keys.
yes, and in
Yeah,
the lobby, only black and white movies play.
nice.
It was
That's
so
cool.
cool.
It's a cool hotel. Is it? How is it? Is it haunted?
It might be. Who knows? I mean,
Did you get any? Did you feel like it was haunted? Did you sleep well?
I slept well, but I don't know. It could be haunted. I mean, it
It
could
has to
be.
be.
It
It
could
has to
be.
be. It reminds me because I remember looking it up and looking at all the stuff about it now that you're saying that. And it reminds me of the Stanley Hotel in Mount Estes, whatever it is, in Colorado,
Mm-hmm.
up at the top of the Rocky Mountains outside of Denver, whatever it's called. Estes Park, I think, is the name of that town. It's up in the mountains. But that's where they filmed The Shining was at the
Oh gosh,
Stanley
that would
Hotel.
be
Same old
yes.
school, like was it like a sanitarium turned into a hotel or whatever? I don't know if that's the case. Probably dead wrong on that. But they have those big keys. It looked exactly like it looked in The Shining, and of course, Dumb and Dumber was also filmed there. That's where they had the hotel scene. That's why I was there. I didn't realize that The Shining was there. I
Oh
realized that I
God.
knew that Dumb and Dumber was, so that's why I wanted to go. I wanted to sit at the same bar where the guy goes, "We landed on the moon," and it's in there. It is. You can do it.
Have you ever went to the Myrtles Plantation?
I've been there, but I've not gone on like a tour and all of that stuff. But I'm down. I know that you and
We've slept
Amanda
there
y'all are
twice.
down with the ghosts.
I've slept there twice, and
And
so the first time we didn't know I was going to be pregnant because you have to make reservations so far in advance. So we went with a group of friends, and I was 3 months pregnant, but we didn't want to cancel, so we just went anyway. And when they turned off the lights, I needed to go to the bathroom, and I didn't realize they had like 3 steps to go to the bathroom. Yeah, I woke up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom and totally missed that.
oh
Fell.
man, what?
You could hear my foot crack. And so I'm screaming, but so loud that everybody in Myrtle's Plantation thinks that a ghost got me. So everybody's freaking out because they thinking there's a ghost attack in our room.
I
And
guess.
it was crazy. So they had to get me up, and I didn't want to leave because we had paid for this and I wanted to experience it. So I had a broken foot.
Right.
And my foot was swelling right away, bruising. I was 3 months pregnant, but I stayed there because I wanted to spend the night. It was just like a crazy adventure. And the next day, people had to like get me and bring me down and bring me to the hospital. And ended up I had fractured my foot like in 3 places.
Good Lord, that's
Yes.
terrible.
And then I had my daughter on Halloween.
What? Well,
Yes.
you need to go back with your daughter and see what happens.
And she was like, Mom, I was born on the devil's day and you went to a haunted place with me when you were pregnant.
Well, what does that say about you?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yes.
make it happen. What's wrong with you, possessed child? No, I'm playing. But yeah, you need to
Yeah.
take her to the Myrtles and just see what happens.
Stuff like that happens every time we're on vacation. Like I can't even.
I love that. That's fun, though. That's fun. It's the memories. It's the memories of the trip, because that's what it's all about. I think more than anything, you can plan it like you want. You can do all that stuff. I think that I see that you're kind of like me, and you're just gonna go for it, and then
Yeah.
whatever the hell happens with it, you're gonna have a story from it, good or bad. You're gonna laugh
Yes.
about it at the end and roll on.
Oh no, everything we've done is like we're like the Griswolds on vacation. Is what we're like. I mean, I've just gotten used to it. That's just we have a story from like every vacation that something has happened. At the
That's
time, it's not
awesome.
funny, but after it is.
Yes, in the moment it sucks. It's
Yes.
terrible, but it makes good stories. It brings a story out on a podcast.
Exactly.
It's now out there, and that's what's fun about it. I love that. I love that. You also told me about a place, and I probably don't need to shout this out. I'm only asking because I want to go there. That same day, you told me about a place that was somewhere in Louisiana. Maybe it was in Kisatchie Forest.
Oh
That
yeah.
that yeah, it was in Kisatchie. That was like a cabin or something off by itself. You could roast marshmallows and all that, blow up a big screen, watch a movie outside, and just kind of disconnect from the world. Where was that?
Yes, that's in Glenmora.
Glenmora. Okay. Yeah, yeah,
Yes, the
yeah.
Cajun butcher store is there too, which is really good. But
Okay.
it's Kasachi Glamping. They
That's it.
actually have a small place. They had a small place to start out with, and then they are growing. She's gonna have all kinds of different stuff, like the teepee, the wagon wheel, the caboose, like all kinds of different experiences that you can do. And it's so nice. It's great for like a weekend getaway. We had a good
Yeah.
time. You can go hiking and everything. And people don't know this, but they actually have clear water there,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
crazy for Louisiana.
Very crazy. Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. Is it on the is it on the whiskey cheddar, or however you say it? Or you don't know?
Which
Or is it on Kisatchie Creek? Because
it's
Kisatchie Creek has
Kasachi
white
Creek,
sands and
yeah.
all. Okay. It is on Kisatchie Creek. Yeah, Kisatchie Creek. There used to be a swimming hole that we would go to when we were kids because I grew up there. That's It's not far from, and it's not near Glenmora. It's on Kisatchie Forest is huge. It's 40 miles north of there. Jason Hilton in the chat would remember this place, but it's where dang, they had that movie. I can't remember the name of it right now. It was about a boy who got ran over by a tractor and
Oh, with
this you
With Reese
yes.
Witherspoon,
Yep,
Man in
yep,
the
yep.
Moon. That was one of my favorite movies
That's
ever.
it. That's it. We
Yes,
used to go to the swimming hole where they would go off. It was not that big as it looked on the movies at all. I mean, this it
I
was like
figured that.
almost a it was almost like a puddle. And the rope for a long time, the rope that they would swing on was still there. I wouldn't swing
Really?
on that and dive in, no. But it actually kind of it was like a hot tub in a way. The rocks that were there were perfectly formed. You could sit there and just hang out. It was awesome. Cool place. The last time I went, we could go out there and you could ride four wheelers. This was 30 years ago. You could take a
Yeah.
four wheeler out there and we would go. But the last time that I went, my buddy and I went and we just got attacked by horse flies. I mean, they were so big that it was the only way you could get
Welcome.
away from them would to be to get like under the water. So we had to leave. It ran us off. Terrible. But yeah, that's the name of that movie. I've been trying to think of it.
It's one of my favorites. I've watched it a million times.
It's a great movie. It's so sad.
I
I
know.
mean, I've it's just so sad. All of that was filmed around where I'm from, like in
Okay.
Roebeline and Natchitoches. A lot of it in Natchitoches and Kisatchie. I don't think any of it made it to Manny or Florine, where I'm actually from, but within 20, 30 miles of us. So that was always cool. Of course, Steel Magnolia's the same thing, filmed in Natchitoches. Jason says they did
Yeah.
film in Manny. They
Manny.
did film in Manny as well, or as some people think it's Minnie, which what a weird name for a town. I'm
Manny.
sorry, people, but it is. Fluorine is too. Okay, it's a chemical, but it's not. Anyhow, um, well, look, we've been talking about everywhere that you've been and you've been eating and all of that good stuff. But y'all are going to have to oblige me for just a few minutes. I've got to know a little bit more about how you handle social media and all that stuff. We talked about a little bit of it, but I kind of want to ask a few more things. Like,
Okay.
do you ever feel like you're just posting into the void? And everybody, this is for Tiggy. This is questions that I have for Taryn. Sorry. Do you ever just feel like you're posting into the void? And then what do you do when a post just flops? It doesn't get any views or no traction. Do you just move on and on to the
Yeah,
next one?
I've kind of learned just to move on from it. On TikTok, I'll just delete it, you know. And really, it's so much about timing because you can have a great post, but if you post at the wrong time, people won't see it.
Right.
Doing social media management for other businesses and stuff, I've learned that you can have a video that could go viral on TikTok, but if you post it at a time that nobody's on, nobody will see it.
That makes sense.
So you could be
Well,
you have the best content, but nobody's seeing it.
we got a lot of people in here that are all of us. We're all content creators. When are the best times to post?
I'd say before people go to work, when they wake up, what's the first thing you do? You fix a cup of coffee, scroll through social media.
Yep.
That's a major time. On people's lunch break, they're scrolling through social media. Before they go to bed, there's a big thing between like 7 to 9 o'clock. They've already cooked supper or whatever, and they're going to bed. So they're scrolling before they go to bed. That's some of the big traffic times.
That's what I've noticed too. Like, when would you say, and you and I have talked about this, so I'm cheating, but I know your answer. But what's the worst time to post something on social media?
I feel like if you post probably around like 9, 10 o'clock, it kind of goes into a void. And then if you post like maybe around 4 o'clock, it kind of goes into the void too.
Yeah.
You know, you have some people that do what we do, so they're on all the time, but mainly your normal working people are not going to be able to see it at that point,
Right.
you know,
It
and
makes
especially on
sense.
TikTok.
I've noticed that in videos that I've had that have kind of blown up, that when they get their views. And that's what I keep checking. I'm not checking for myself personally to see how many views it gets. I'm checking to see, like, when are the wave of people watching this? When are they jumping in? And that's been, I would say, confirmed. I would confirm what you have said, that, and it makes sense. I think you're kind of wasting your time if you post at those other times. That makes sense.
And I feel like Monday is probably your best day to post. Everybody wants to see what you've done during the weekend. I'd seen that Casey had asked what about weekends or weekdays. I think a lot of posts go into the void on the weekends because people are busy. They're out and about. So you can't post those high traffic, you know, like when they're doing things. You got
Right.
to post when they get back. And then Monday's like one of the best days.
Totally makes sense. I've noticed that Fridays are tough for me. I think it's probably that way for everybody, unless it's in the morning. Friday morning, you're good. Friday at lunch, you're good. After that, probably not so good.
No,
You
Friday
know,
evenings, people
because
are
people are
out.
checked. Oh yeah,
Yes.
there's no point in even posting on a Friday night. I've discovered, like, save that content for tomorrow. It'll
Yes.
it'll be better. That makes sense.
And sometimes it's
Um,
hard to do that because you want to post so bad. Something is
so
going
bad.
on or
Like,
something happens.
I want to get it out of my hands as soon as I make it. I think everybody must be that way a little bit. It's like, oh, this is good. Let me go ahead and send it. And I want to sometimes, like I did today. I don't think it's a great video or anything, but it's like, I've already kind of posted stuff. You could hold on to this. You could post this maybe Friday morning, maybe Saturday. It'll be okay. It'll be fine. Yeah, I get it. Where do you decide where you post? What goes on TikTok versus Facebook versus whatever, or do you just put it out on
Um,
all of them?
it kind of depends the type of content. You know, I never post really pictures on TikTok. You know, I'm going to post videos,
Yeah,
and TikTok's gonna be your sometimes like your funner. You know, your more fun stuff. Like what your it's not your professional every time. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then I'm not going to post the same thing on Facebook compared to Instagram. Instagram's going to be different. I'm not going to post the same videos. I'll post pictures if I do, mostly on Instagram.
I haven't
That's
figured Instagram out whatsoever.
that one has always, I don't know, that one has been better for me than the other
See, I
platforms.
think that's what some folks say. I think Rachel has said, yeah, Facebook crushes for her, YouTube is crushing for her, Instagram is not. Instagram's my slowest grower too, but I think I'm figuring something out. We'll see. We'll see if over time we're gonna figure it out. But yeah, that was something I just wondered, because a lot of times, me personally, I will post, and I think this is a mistake, and I think you can attest to this. I make a video. I want to post it so bad. I just go to all
Mhm.
5 platforms and post it all at the same time, and all of them. I've quit doing that because I think that it's like, well, you're limiting yourself. I know that we have a lot of crossover with on all these platforms, but we all have these platforms and we all follow each other. We're all going to like this stuff, but
Mhm.
it's more got to think beyond that of what the audience, the people who don't follow us, want to see, and the
Yeah. And
times to see it. And like YouTube, for me, it doesn't work well until at night. And I
yeah.
drop posts, so there's no point in dropping for me to drop one until after 7 p.m. That's just what I've noticed.
And I'll be honest, TikTok, I know, you know, a lot of people don't even mess with TikTok, but and like I tell my, you know, people that my clients, you on TikTok, you have the same audience that say Nike has, because on Facebook, it's only your followers. Instagram's the same thing. It's very hard to get new people to see your stuff. But on
Right.
TikTok, you can reach more people in a post than Nike can. It just depends the time that you're posting, your hook that you're using,
Hook.
and when. I mean, that's just, you know, because I can get more views, like I said, than Nike or a celebrity, just depending on those things.
Right.
You know, it really, you have the whole For You page.
Hook is the biggest thing. I mean, Austin Dennis has been over here. He preaches it. Gabby She knows too. The three of us have collabed on things and kind of just listened to Austin of like how did he get to here and get to this, and it's all about the hook. And
It is.
I've been trying to get better with it. Some works, some doesn't, but it's hard to hook people. But that's what
Yeah,
every video you make. I'm a fisherman. I've fished a lot. I don't fish anywhere like I used to, but every video that I make now, I almost feel like it's a cast.
it
That's
is.
what it's a cast, and we're going to see. And sometimes that thing, you work it just right, bam, you catch them. A lot of times, just like fishing, you make a lot of casts.
Well, like what you said about the Mike Broussard video. You saw the hook, I couldn't believe this
That was
came
the
out of
hook.
his. Yes, that's what made you watch it. Because, I mean, he's been posting himself for a while and nothing, nobody saw those videos, but it's the hook and the time of day that I posted it. And it just works out sometimes, it really is. You can get the right hook, which is hard. I don't always get it, of course, but I mean, that's a big thing.
Totally. It is.
And yeah,
Gabby
like
says
Gabby
it.
said, don't use Velveeta. They
I
apparently
think
hate
that's wrong.
Velveeta.
I think you need to double down on Velveeta recipes and just see what the hell happens. I've been saying I'm going to do it with
Yes,
smash
I think we
burgers.
all should.
I am. Yeah. I think that we've learned something from her video. People going to get upset about smash burgers. They're going to get upset
Oh, yeah, and I love smash
about
burgers.
Velveeta. If you
I think
put
we should all
Velveeta.
make some Velveeta shirts and just all wear them in all our videos.
That'd be awesome. We should. We should totally do that in solidation with you, our friend
Yeah.
Gabby. The hell with all these Velveeta haters,
Well, I
especially
love
Mexican Velveeta.
Velveeta.
Yeah, it has its place. And God, that dish that she made looked good. I saved it and favorited it because I plan on making it.
Me
And
too.
I'm going to make it just like she did, too, because I've had her stuff and I know what it tastes like.
Yeah, exactly. We make that and we wear the Velveeta shirts, and then we all post at the same time.
Colby has a great point. Make a video on making Velveeta. We should just
Oh,
make our own Velveeta. I love it. I love it. Well, let's move forward a little bit. Thank y'all for letting me indulge myself. I had these questions because I have her on here. Why am I not going to ask these? I'd be foolish not to. I had to. But as of today, this is fresh. There is a new role that you're going to be playing in a new chapter. So you just picked up a new job title. What's the story behind that?
So some friends of mine have been wanting to work with me on different. They just didn't know what we should do together. They were doing a market. They have a marketing company,
Okay.
and I love social media, but I don't like the whole digital marketing thing. That's not for me. And I didn't want to do the billboards and all that stuff. And they could tell when they were talking to me that I wasn't like too interested in that. I'm more of what social media and content creation. So they're like, well, we have this project that we've been working on, and we think you're going to be perfect for that. And that had been a few months. And then finally they're like, okay, we got it. It's going to be local. And we think that that's right up your alley. And I was so excited. We had a meeting for like 4 hours just talking about all my ideas and what I want to do. I mean, these festivals and music and food, all that can be on there. And then I get to bring in other content creators to it. And we're going to have the website, we're going to have social media, and we're going to have an app, a streaming platform too.
Cool.
So just be a hub for all that in one area. So you don't have to go to, and all these people can keep their individual pages, but then they'll have like a hub that we can all
Yeah.
put our content on for everybody just to go to that one place.
I love that. I love that. And I love the spelling of the name. It feeds into Louisiana. It's going to be great. I love
And
it. Well,
I could probably
congratulations.
say we're bringing Travel the Boot's going to be coming in with us. They're going to be.
I would
one
hope
of the-
so.
Yeah, they're going to be one of the content creators working with us.
Excellent. Congratulations to both of y'all. That's great. And y'all deserve it. And you should. I mean, that's what y'all do. This is right in your wheelhouse. It's going to
Oh
be,
yeah.
it's going to be
I'm so
perfect.
excited about it. And, just to get to show everybody Louisiana, that's, just on a bigger platform and where we can all
Yeah.
be in one section. So
I
I think
love
it's going to be
that.
greght. And local
It's gonna-
artists.
It's going to be great from not only a lot of folks in here that are from outside of Louisiana, and outsiders' point of view you can go see all this good content all in one place. But it's also going to be a great networking hub for all of us to get to know each other even more.
Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I love
Yeah, we
it.
might do cooking videos on there. It might have a spotlight local artist. It's going to be launching in August. So we're
Okay.
kind of in the process right now, putting everything together and figuring it all out. But I think it's
Nice.
going to be a great thing. And, we talk about the cook-offs and everything that's going on.
We're going to have Taryn back on later this year to tell us what's going on. And I don't think anybody's going to be upset with that at all if we do that. Especially not this guy, Jason Hilton, who's been in the
Oh
chat.
God, what does he
I
have
told you. I told you it was coming and it was going to be later in the show. Well, here it is. He told me a little birdie has come into Tiggy's ear and has told him that you were thinking about running a marathon. Is that true?
Yes, I've run one before. It's been a while, but yes, I want to do the one in San Antonio. I think that's the one he's doing too.
Yeah, it is. Jason and I went to high school together. I've known him pretty much my whole life, so that's awesome. He's in good shape. He runs these marathons. I talk to him often. Just a great dude. You need to go do it.
I want to, like I said, I was doing it for a while. Like, how I am, I just do things.
I get
And
it.
I did that a few years ago. I met some random people and started running, and I flew to California with people I didn't even know. And I ran the rock and roll marathon in San Diego. And like,
Nice.
I didn't have these people's phone numbers or anything. Like, really, I
Didn't
really
really know
them.
him. Yeah.
No. And I just we just all went. And I started thinking when I was at the San Diego Zoo, the one girl that me and her had probably talked the most during the time period, she didn't come with us. And I looked around, I'm like, oh my God, I know none of these people. And I don't have their numbers. Like if I get lost at the zoo, I don't know how to get back
I
to
don't
our
know what to do.
hotel. Yeah.
I get that. I did a Tough Mudder. I think it was 15 years. I know it was 15 years ago. So earlier this week, I saw a good friend of mine, Richard Hines. Shout out to Dr. Hines. I saw him at the LSU baseball game, and we were talking. He said, it's been 15 years since we did that Tough Mudder. And I was like, I think I'm in better shape actually now than I was then. Like, my knee, I've got a compression sleeve on my knee. Like, I'm not really cardio wise, I'm in better shape. But have you ever done a Tough Mudder?
No, that was we did. I lied, we did. But it
Okay,
was
yeah.
called was it the jailbreak? We did the jailbreak race. Do have pictures from that, and that was a rough one.
Those are rough, man.
Yeah,
That
the
Tough
barbed
Mudder.
wire, and I had to
Yes.
crawl under
They
in the mud and climb
crawl under
tires.
electric. You're getting shocked.
Yes, yes,
That
I've
was
done
my
that.
favorite part of the whole thing, though. Kind of like because you got to lay down for a second
Yes,
and
just
slide over
I have a
that,
picture of just my head
like a
like
beached
sticking out
whale.
of mud.
Exactly. Yeah, that was. Oh my God, that was one. We went to Austin to go do that. It was somewhere outside of Austin, but yeah, 15 years ago, I told him the other night. I said that was one and done, brother. I ain't never doing that again. There's no way. I'm too old now. I think my body. I'd break down. I can't run 13 miles or whatever the hell it was, and then do all of those obstacles as well. Now, granted, I didn't skip them. I started and I just immediately fell off and I didn't keep trying. I just swam on to the next one or whatever. Yeah, I was like,
We
oh,
actually
well, I gave it a shot.
help people. We had to help like some of the women to get over things because they don't have the upper body strength. So we had to like help pull them over some of the things.
Look, I had some help too. We all did. It was a team effort. That's kind of where I was going with this. I only knew Richard. I knew maybe another guy who was going with us. The rest, they were all from Mandeville, and they were all in like this CrossFit group or whatever, and they all trained and worked out together. So I ran with them. Thank God for those people, because they saved my ass. I can tell you that more than once. It was so tough. A Tough Mudder. That's why it's called that. Well, all right. Well, enough with that. This is the very first. Y'all let me know what you think. This is something that I do on every show to kind of close it out. I've got several questions here, but I'm calling this the Tigs Blitz. It's
Oh,
quick
Lord.
questions, fast answers, no overthinking. But don't you think that I forgot? And I'm going to start with this one. Harder challenge. Editing a 30-minute video with bad audio or taking that damn ice bucket challenge to the dome like you made me do.
The ice bucket challenge.
It
Yeah.
is, isn't it? You took it to a whole other level, though, to be fair.
That's the first time I've ever been in that pond. Like,
What?
yes,
So
they have
was that,
alligators in there. I took my life in my own hands.
you really did? Did you know before all of that you were actually going to end up in the pond, or was that impromptu there at the end of
I
that?
didn't think that they would push me like that far into it. Like they
Or
enjoyed
that
it.
hard?
Yeah, they like actually
Of
enjoyed
course
that.
they enjoyed it. Of course they enjoyed it. I love that. All right. That answers that. And I'm the same. But I do hate bad audio. I'm not gonna lie. That it's so tough. But anyway.
It is.
All right. All right.
There's some
These
stuff
are
I
all
can't agree with.
these are all going to be rapid fire. So, and I'm not answering. These are all you. Biggest travel pet peeve.
Oh gosh, when somebody won't let me listen to the radio in the car, I have to
That
have my own little concert in the car.
preferably with what kind of music?
You know what kind of music we like.
The kind I started the show with. I don't know if you could hear it though.
No, but I
was,
could see it.
You saw what it was on, and I was jamming some divorced dads
Gotta
rock.
rock. Yes.
We like to rock. I've got to go
Yes.
see a concert with you, Taryn. I think
Yes.
we would have a lot of fun. We're one and the same.
You know,
it
my first
seems.
concert was, right?
No,
Bush.
really?
Yes.
Nice. I love Bush. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. When was that? And where was it?
That was in junior high. I was in 8th grade, and it was at the Cajun Dome.
Perfect.
And I remember
I was
Jed's
hoping it was
still in
back
here.
then.
If Jed's still in here, I don't know if he is, but he was who I went with, him and another friend. And he got mad at me because I wanted to crowd surf. And he told me I was going to break my collarbone or whatever, but I didn't listen. I still crowd surfed.
Rachel says that ice bucket sucked. It did.
It
It
did.
did. And shout out to
Casey was at the concert.
Oh, wow. What? Wow, she was. I love that. I knew I loved all of y'all for a reason. We do have, beyond the love of food, Louisiana, and just all of that, we also seem to love a lot of the same music, which is awesome. The Terry Taylor, thanks for being in here, man. I'm loving that dude's content for sure. He's blowing up out
Oh,
there.
he is. Me and him want to
Love
collab soon. We had talked about it at one of the cook-offs, and I got his number for us to do a collab somewhere. So what? That's going to be coming up.
I love it. Well, that brings right into my next question on my little list. What is your dream travel collab? If you had to travel somewhere and collaborate with somebody, it can be anybody. You could tie that into even one of the questions I'm going to have is who would be a content creator that you would love to collaborate. You can tie that all into that same
Oh, I'd go
question.
to the UK and go meet Jason Josh.
There it is. Yeah.
That would be what I'd want to do. I entered
That's
the little
what
contest.
They have a
Yes.
contest
Yes,
to do
I
this?
didn't win.
To-
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I didn't even know they had a contest. What were the criteria?
Yeah, you just had to buy like some little raffles and you got so many or whatever. And yeah, I would go in a second in a heartbeat. So you hear that, Jason Josh, if y'all are watching.
Yes. And I'll travel with her too. Just want to throw myself out there. I'll make sure she gets to the airport, if nothing else. What is the most overrated food trend right now?
I don't know. Oh, probably that. Well, I don't want to start trouble.
Start trouble. That's what the Tigs Blitz is all about.
I don't know about that whole boba tea stuff. Like, I don't know. What is that?
I don't even know what you're talking about. What do you
Like,
mean?
yeah, that's all over the place. That tea with the little boba stuff in it or whatever. I mean,
Yeah,
I see it all
think I
over the
know.
place.
Yeah, well, there it is. I don't know what you're even talking about, but now I will because it's going to be in my algorithm just because it was voiced. My phone heard it. My iPhone heard it, so I'll be seeing it. Don't you worry. Beach or festival? And I think
Oh,
I know the answer. I think. Let's see if I'm right.
I, I'm gonna think, what beach are we talking about? I
Your
mean,
favorite beach, I
God,
guess.
I don't know.
Your favorite beach versus your favorite festival. Which
Festival,
are you going to? There it
festival.
is. There it is. That's what
If
I
I could be in
figured.
front row at like one of my favorite music festivals, eating good food, drinking, and just be there with my favorite artist. Oh yeah, there.
Yeah. Well, that leads me to this. What's your favorite Louisiana festival? And that may be too hard to answer, so you can just give me your top three, and they may not be in order.
Um,
I'm going to give you a little out.
the Bro Bridge Crawfish Festival. I have to
I've
say
never
that. I
been.
mean, I had they have so many good artists. It's a big festival compared to a lot of the rest of them. I do want to go to the Strawberry Festival. I haven't been. I do want to do that. The Rain Festival, the Frog Festival, will always be there because of I met the Brits there. That was pretty
Yeah.
fun.
Has to be. It has to
And
be.
I don't know. I mean,
Church Point Mardi Gras.
the music festivals are amazing. So, I mean, is that
Yes.
included?
Yeah. That's included. A music festival. Wouldn't you consider Jazz Fest a music festival?
Yeah. God, there's just so many. I don't know. Music festivals have had so many good experiences. I just can't even hang out music festival.
Hang out. Yep. Or now I guess it's the Morgan Wallen,
Yeah.
whatever it is thing. Yeah. Same, but it's still the hangout fest. I get it.
Anything with
That's it.
music.
Anything with music. That's what I like about you. It's kind of what I kind of figured you were going to go that way. What's one thing that you always pack for a trip?
My whole wardrobe, pretty much every shoe I own, and Boudreaux's butt paste.
Gotta have the Boudreaux. Shout out to Boudreaux's butt paste. God, they're lifesavers. You needed it this weekend
You never
at
know when you're
LSU
going to get a
games.
chafe.
That is a fact. That is a fact. There it is. I love that.
You
That-
didn't
but
expect that, did you?
I didn't. But it's so Louisiana. It's true. I knew you'd give me an answer. I did know that. Um, TikTok or Reels?
TikTok.
Just because of the growth potential? Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I like that. I really do love that platform.
I do too. I really do too. What would you do if it went away? I asked this. Hey, let me just go ahead and tease a little something, everybody, that I haven't said. I had Mr. Weatherall on the show here in the past few days, and I asked him that exact same question. So
I love Mr. Weatherall.
so nice, dude. It was so nice. Great show. Y'all will be looking for that. It'll be out in the next 2 or 3 weeks, but great visit. Same question. What did I ask? My ADHD mind's already gone.
I don't even remember now. I'm just thinking about Mr. Weatherall
Okay,
and how
good.
nice he is.
I know. I got excited about Mr. Weatherall and what I asked him. I don't even remember what the question was, chat. You could probably tell us. We'll come back to it. We'll end with it. We're terrible. I love it. What's your go-to editing snack?
Oh, Starburst jelly beans.
You're a jelly beans girl.
Yes,
Okay.
I have the whole bag next to the computer every time I'm editing, and I'll finish. But I leave the yellow ones for Kobe. I don't like
You
lemon.
don't like. Okay. Do you like licorice?
No, not at all.
But they don't have the licorice in it. What do you do with them?
Oh, I leave him for Kobe. He can have them. He's like my dumpster or whatever. I don't eat. He can have.
They remembered. Thank you, chat. What would you do if TikTok left? That's exactly what I
Oh,
asked, and that's what
gosh.
I asked him.
That happened. I was in the middle. I had just finished editing a video when TikTok had got banned. And before I could hit the publish button, like I wanted to save the video to put on my other platforms. But before I could do that, it was banned. And I got that
Really?
message. And I was screaming in the living room because I'd spent 3 hours editing this video. And it was gone. Kobe was sleeping and heard me screaming. He thought I was being attacked or something. But it would be horrible.
Do you edit primarily on your phone using CapCut? Do you use Premiere Pro or Resolve
Yes.
or any of those? What do you use? All of the above?
Yeah, CapCut and
CapCut.
TikTok, and CapCut had went away too. That's why all
Right.
my videos were gone. I didn't know
Yeah,
CapCut was leaving, so it
I know.
all just went away. I'm trying to start a new editing tool, but it's a big learning process. So
That's a fact. That's a fact. I use Premiere Pro a lot. I've started leaning a lot more in the last 6 or 8 months on CapCut just for quick, stuff that's on your phone. It's so yeah, that's what I use today to
it's
make
just
a
the
video, and
easiest,
it's
yeah,
just
for right
easy.
then and
It's just
there.
easier because it's right there on your phone, and it's all totally makes sense. But at least I've learned a little bit about Premiere Pro, but the transitions, all that stuff, not nearly as easy to
No,
do on there unless you start to learn how to get plugins and stuff like that'll work. But it's a hell of a lot easier. Trust me, people, hell of a lot easier to just do it on CapCut, no doubt. Handful of more questions. I've had a lot of good questions for you tonight, Taryn. I'm
I'm
sorry.
surprised you didn't dig
Full
into
of
the dirt
questions.
of like the stories of things that have happened and stuff at different events or whatever.
Well, that's where we're going to end with. I'd like for you to go ahead. Well, not really. I want to let those come out naturally. You're going to be coming back. We'll, we're going to we'll hit on some of that stuff. I want to hear everybody's perspective on all of these things. Um, you get a day off with no camera. What are you going to do? No camera, no editing. You can't do anything on social media. You've been put in jail. What are you
Oh,
going to do?
I'll probably I like to go hiking. I'd probably go hiking or like kayaking or something like that. We do like to do that kind of stuff, real outdoorsy. Just that's when it just brings me peace again. When it's too much from all the editing and all the social media and everything, just we go hike, get away from it.
Nice. That's always, I love to go on a walk. It clears the mind. A hike, do the same, especially in your nature. And you don't have all the distractions. Good answer. That's a good answer. We're gonna have to dig into this though, since you have brought it up. I didn't really have it on the agenda, but since stirring the pot, Brandon, Casey, all those folks are in here. Rachel, everybody. Did you see the Stir in the Pot podcast? I have a feeling that you did about judges.
Judging. Yeah.
Give me your thoughts on what they did and the way that, and this is not to put anybody or make anybody uncomfortable or anything like that, but this is my first year really of going to these kind of events, going to this type of stuff. So everything just wows me. It isn't hard to make me happy. It's really, really not. I'm just like, it's the best thing I've ever had, and
Yeah,
all.
exactly.
He's very easygoing to say the least, but there apparently is some friction out there with different events that go on and people get butt hurt about this and
Yeah.
that. So what is your just a little quick since we got to cast it out there,
Yeah. I see
what's your
Casey. No
take on
pressure.
what's your take on that?
No, I agree
I
with
don't
a
really
lot of
have a
what they had said. I mean, I've never been a cook there, but I know how much work and money it takes to do it. I've
yeah.
seen, because we have friends doing that. So I can understand their point of view. I really can, because me and you, we go in there and we're like, oh, this is good. Yeah, it's also good. So, I mean, I
Yeah.
understand what they're saying. I agree with a lot of it. And I think I don't want to bring up certain events. So let's just, we're
We
not
won't
going
name
to.
drop events, just yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree with a lot of what they said. It made sense, and it really made me think about like if I'm gonna eventually judge an event, things that I need to keep in my mind, like
Right.
what they cooked and because everything's so different. I understand, the different burgers and it made sense, everything that they were saying. So
Totally.
yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah, it really, I think I said this last week with Caleb was on, but it really made me realize this is how you need to do this if you're asked to judge. This is the approach that you need to make. I think I said, because you and I think you're the same way. We're going to sit in there. We've never done this. Is the way I would have been. I'm sitting in the room with everybody, and I'm going to have a bite. Oh my God, that's good. You don't do that. You just got to play poker face.
It would be hard to be quiet, but I know I could do it. I could put
I
my
can
little
do it.
poker
I
face
think
on
we
it.
can do it. If we're in the same room or I'm in the room with you, Gabby, or Brittany, then we're going to probably all have to be separated.
Yeah.
Nah, we'll be fine. I can totally be a professional. Anybody watching, I can totally do it. I want to do it. I'd be happy to do it. It's fun.
Yeah,
I
and I
love
finally
it.
understand why they separate the judges and everything. Like Rachel had said, like you don't want to, if you know, you don't want to be biased. You don't want to see who cooked what. It's the best way to
Yeah,
separate. I didn't understand that at first, but now I really
me
get
either.
it.
Me either, and I know that I know some of the drama that has gone on a little bit behind the scenes. I'm not going to bring that up, but just with scoring and stuff like that, then they address that in that, and if it's in those kind of contests, if it's a 7 or a less, then there's something god awful wrong with that dish.
Yeah.
Where I know for a fact some of the dishes that I've had that were some of the best that I've ever put in my mouth, and some of the best things I've ever had got like 3s and 2s, and yeah,
It
that's
didn't make sense.
jealousy, and
Yeah.
it's somebody knew who would cook that, and I totally see how that. I totally see how it's competition, and whenever you start to compete, you want to win. That's anything that people do, and they'll do anything to do it, including whatever it takes. I think the best way that you can do it is to have judges, quote unquote, sequestered, that they cannot see who cooks it. They know nothing. They're completely blind. You do it early. You let them make their decisions. You can announce the shit at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Who cares? But those people want to go out and get content too. I'm talking from our perspective
Yeah.
now.
No, exactly.
If we're going to be a judge, I'm also there to get some content to do the whole deal. We judge early, then you can go out and get your content, and it doesn't really matter at that point because the decisions have been made. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Yeah.
that is the way to do it, 100%. I love it. Couple more questions to go back to the Tigs Blitz. I had to throw that one in there since you set me up for it so good. We had to stir the pot a little bit.
Little
No
bit, just
pun
a little
intended.
bit.
Yeah, we're going to stir the pot a lot next week if Casey and them or whenever y'all are able to come on. We're going to stir the hell out of that
Oh, I
pot.
can't wait to see that.
I can't either. I don't know. I know what I'm going to ask pretty much, but I can't wait to see what their answers are.
In case she's the one who's always getting us in trouble. So
I
she's a
know.
little-
She can't bring Fireball across the screen to me, but I will
Oh
still
my God.
I still have the 2 Fireballs that she gave me from the Gabby event. I'm going to bring them whenever
Oh
I
my
do the show.
God.
There it is. Okay. There. I just put myself on. I will do 1 shot of Fireball. 1 shot, Casey. What is the first thing that you notice about a restaurant when you walk in?
How I'm greeted. I don't like something that's complicated. Like if I have to stand there and I don't know what to do, do I seat myself? Am I wait? I don't like any of that. I need to know what do I need to do next kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of turns me off unless it's like a really good place. Like when you go to Old Time Grocery, you don't know what to do. It's chaos, but their food's so good, you just deal with it.
You just deal with it. Right.
Me.
Exactly. That kind of leads me to the last question of the Tigs Blitz. If you could only eat one Louisiana dish for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Oh gosh, that's a hard one. Boiled crawfish.
I was thinking too. Like I don't know.
As long
I
as
don't
I
know
have
my
to have my
answer.
sauce with it, is that allowed or is it just the crawfish?
The sauce would be allowed. I would
Okay,
allow
then,
the
yeah.
sauce. My friend Tommy would not. He is against sauce. Hates sauce. Like I get that there's some people out in this world that maybe don't like sauce, but he is completely against it. He thinks it's ruining society. That's his exact words.
Has he ever
Sauce-
tried the sauce from Church Point, the crawfish point?
He would not deal. It's not crawfish sauce. It's any kind of sauce.
Oh my god.
Barbecue sauce. He's
What?
so wrong.
But he
Yeah,
needs to
Taryn,
try
he's-
Adam's barbecue sauce, the Potty Brothers one.
I'm like, dude, all I do is hang around people who make sauce and stuff. Like, what's up? He's like, he just loathes it. He's like the Grinch. He loathes it.
That adds
Yeah.
to everything.
Exactly. Well, he's going to
Well,
be on the show at some point.
he
If
can't be
I've been,
trusted. That's a one of those things. He can't be trusted.
I
That's
think
a
that's
giant red
fair.
flag. And
It
you
is
can
a
tell him
red.
that when he's on the show.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to send him this clip. Don't you worry. That's part of talking about group text. This is going in. It's exactly why I asked it and had to
You
point
are a
that
red
out.
flag.
You're a red flag, Tommy. Everybody sees and says it. There it is. I love
Definitely.
it. Well, that's going to end the Tigs Blitz. That's becoming part of that's like one of my favorite things that we're doing with the show. Sorry that went a little long, but I had a lot of questions for Terin. I knew she would give us some good answers. So we're going to start to wrap this up a little bit. I still have a couple more questions for you, though, and as we ease on into this and slip on out of here, what is something that you're proud of right now that people don't always see?
I mean, just how hard I work. Like people think that, content creation is just fun. You get to try all these new places but I edit video all the time. And as like Amanda, Rachel, all them will tell you, even Casey, like sometimes I wake up in the middle of the night with like nightmares about content. Like I think that I posted something that I didn't post, and I'm like, oh my God. And I wake up and I literally check my phone to see if I posted that. Like I get
And
scared.
then you're up,
like,
and then you don't go back to sleep. And
exactly.
then
My adrenaline's pumping. Like, did I post
Yep.
that? It's crazy.
I get it. What would you say to somebody who is scared to start?
You just got to do it. I mean, you can't worry about what anybody thinks about you, and you just have to do it. You can't say, "Oh, I'm gonna look cringy. People are gonna call me stupid," because the people that do that are jealous because they wish they were doing what you're doing, what you're brave enough to do.
Bingo.
And then a lot of those people, when you do make it, then they're your best friends. I watched a video about that the other day, and it's so true. They might talk about you behind your back on the process, but then want to be there at the final, when you make it.
Yeah.
But it's a lot of jealousy along the way, and you just got to do you and be true to yourself.
I think that's great advice. Yeah, they may start off with you on the climb, and then as you're climbing, they're like, yeah. And then all of a sudden you make it, and they're like, oh, yeah, we know that's one of my best friends. Yeah. That's what I want to do to those people.
Exactly.
Let's be honest. Be honest. All right, last thing, and we'll wrap this up. What is next, Terin? How can people follow along? All of that good stuff.
Well, actually, at 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, I'm heading out to California.
Wow. Nice.
Yes, we're hitting the road.
Where are y'all going?
I want to stop at the Sequoias on the way, and then we're heading to San Francisco. My brother is working there. So my sister-in-law didn't want to make the drive by herself with 3 kids and a dog. So who do you think volunteered?
Oh, y'all driving? Yes.
Yes,
that's a hike. I've done it.
She's going to stay there the rest of the summer, and I'm going to fly back by myself.
Nice. Well, I'm expecting a sourdough review, if nothing else, from the wharf. We got to go down to the wharf.
Definite. This is going to be like another Griswold's trip, I'm sure. Like,
oh yeah, it's going to be just like it.
Yes.
Literally, it's going to be just like it. Just avoid St. Louis in this trip, which you're going to. If you go to St. Louis, you've done going way out of your way.
Yes, hopefully we do not end up. I'm excited to be like I said, the Sequoias, and then if anybody knows anything I should do in San Francisco, just message me.
There you
I'd
go.
love to try new things. So.
Well, where can everybody find you? I think we put that out there, but if anybody's listening and still hasn't gone to go find her page and follow her, where can everybody follow you at?
Travelin With Terin on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and I just kind of started my YouTube. I'm working on it, but this trip will probably be some clips on there, definitely on YouTube. Yeah, and then on Local is what that new little venture I'm going to be on. So I'll definitely be sharing more about that in the coming weeks.
Hell yes. I love it. A lot more coming from Terin. Y'all go check her out. She'll be around. We're going to be seeing and following more. We'll follow up with her later on down the road. But this has been a lot of fun, Terin. I appreciate you taking the time. We went longer than usual, but whatever. Who cares? I knew we would. I knew that we would have no
I know.
problems talking.
No, we'll probably go for like another hour.
For sure. No doubt. We'll save that for the next time. But everybody, appreciate y'all. No more shows this week. Just to kind of let y'all know, Thursday night I will not be going live this week. Next week I will be back on Thursday. And up until then, I hope everybody has a great weekend. Everybody has a lot of fun. And go Tigers.
What is his name?
I'm a bad guy? How'd that happen? I did everything they told me to.